Good day, everybody, and welcome to TMCL Blog, when the world goes quiet and you don't recognize yourself anymore. Just like Claire's story, there are moments in life when everything begins to slip through your fingers, not with noise, not with drama, but quietly, almost politely, like sand falling from a fist that's too exhausted to keep holding on. Sometimes it's the heartbreak you never saw coming. Sometimes it's the job you believed was secure. Sometimes it's the betrayal that echoes in your chest long after the world expects you to be fine. And sometimes it's you. You look in the mirror and barely recognize the person staring back. Your eyes look familiar, but the spark, the fire, the certainty, gone, or at least buried somewhere beneath the weight you no longer talk about. Life has a way of breaking us gently at first, a crack here, a bruise there. Then one day everything gives way at once, and you're left wondering how someone so strong could feel so undone. But here's a truth that feels impossible to believe when the night is longest. You can start over again. Not because the universe suddenly makes things easy, not because your heart forgets what hurt it, not because the road becomes smooth, but because somewhere inside you lives a quiet, stubborn strength, a sacred spark that refuses to die even when everything else feels dim. Starting over doesn't erase the past, it doesn't wipe away memories or rewrite history. It simply means this: you are brave enough to build something new with the pieces that survived. You can start over when the person you loved walks away. You can start over when the dream you nurtured cracks apart in your hands. You can start again when your heart is bruised, your confidence feels like dust, and your hope flickers like a candle fighting for air. You can start over even when you're scared, unsure, and standing at the edge of a life you didn't choose. Here's what starting over really looks like. Number 1, it's waking up the next morning even when your eyes burn from crying and screaming, "I am alive." 2, it's whispering, "I'll try," when everything in you wants to give up. 3, it's taking a breath so deep your ribs stretch. 4, it's letting hope seep into your life like sunlight slipping through a cracked door. 5, it's choosing yourself, maybe for the first time in years. Starting over isn't a weakness, it's courage dressed in vulnerability, it's strength disguised as softness, it's the quietest form of defiance. And here's the most beautiful part: you don't need to have the full plan. All you need is one tiny step, one gentle yes, one moment of believing that life still holds chapters you haven't read yet. Because it does, it always does. Your story is not finished. Your pain is not your identity. Your past is not a prison. You are allowed to rebuild. You are allowed to rise. You are permitted to rewrite your story, line by line, breath by breath, day by day. So if today feels heavy, if you're mourning a version of yourself you never imagined losing, if the world feels loud and your heart feels tired, hold this truth close. You are not done. Your story is not over. And you, beautifully, bravely, quietly, can start over again. Sending you warmth, compassion, and the kind of hug that says, "I know, and you're still going to make it." To our listeners, if this spoke to you or someone you know, please comment, share it, or simply sit with it for a moment. And if you feel ready to tell your own story, email us at tmclblog@gmail.com. Because every story heals when it's finally told. This is The Movie Called Life.
In the quiet of the morning light, a heavy heart, a long dark night, whispers of doubt, they fill the air, lost in the shadows of my own despair. But then a flicker, a tiny spark, a fragile whisper in the dark, a promise that the sun will rise again. And there is hope, like a fire in my soul, a burning light that makes me whole. It's the strength to carry on when I feel weak. The fearless truth my heart will speak. Every step I take on this broken road, carrying more than just my heavy load. I see the kindness in a stranger's eyes, reflecting back the clear blue skies.